Hey guys, happy Teacher Tip Tuesday. I know many of you might be feeling overwhelmed or stressed, but my first tip to you is this is going to be fun. You're going to be fun. I do want to give you a couple of tips. I know a lot of your brains are probably spinning and you're thinking about how to make plans and what to do and how this is going to look for you. So I want to give you just a couple of tips to kind of get your brains thinking. My first tip is that you're going to be using digital tools. I mean, there's simply no way around it. And I want you to have a nice, easy place to go find these things. So, here on my screen, you guys have heard me mention it several times. This is my Symbaloo. You simply go to symbaloo.com, sign up for a free personal account, and you can connect that to your school email if you want. But when you sign up, you're going to choose personal, and it is going to give you this beautiful tiled area. It's going to have some suggested tiles like Home Depot or Walmart or whatever. You can delete those and customize it and make it your own. If you're on your home computer, I would absolutely set this as my home page. If you're on a school computer, we aren't allowed to choose our home pages, but you can click this blue star here at the end of the URL and it's going to put it in your bookmark bar. And I just pull that bookmark right here. So it is the very first thing that I can click, and I have everything that I need, all my things: Google Drive, Classroom, Mail, Infinite Campus, all of my powerhouse things that I go to and I need on a daily basis right here. So my first tip to you is check out Symbaloo. There is a Teacher Tip Tuesday that explains Symbaloo and how to use it, and I will link that for you guys as well in the email where you're receiving this video. The second thing I want you to consider when you're thinking about what your instruction is going to look like and what your presentation is going to look like is what is your platform? For me, my platform is going to be Google Classroom. And I think that's just a great, robust way to be able to get information to the students and to receive and grade those assignments, because we've learned this week that Google Classroom is now going to marry nicely with Infinite Campus as far as recording grades. So you should be able, I haven't played with this yet, it's just releasing today. You should be able to put your grades in Google Classroom and they're going to transfer over to Infinite Campus. So if I were you and my grade book was a numerical grade book, I would probably invest my platform and make my hub of activity Google Classroom, so it's going to make less work on you. If you're a teacher who's a standards-based teacher, and I know a lot of people have been working a lot on their Bitmoji classrooms and you feel like that's a platform that you want to use, perfect. That is great. Just please make sure that it's a consistent platform and it's the same every time, so your students always know I go to Google Classroom or I go to the Bitmoji classroom, whatever the case may be. When you are presenting your information to your students, so let's say you're in Google Classroom and you have an assignment that you want your kids to do, make sure that you format things the same. Whether you make one post for the week, like I will make one post for my students for the week for their class. Those of you who have younger children and things like that, you probably just want to make one post a day. And the beautiful thing about in Google Classroom is for the students, when they click their little pancake up at the top, they have a to-do menu, and whatever you put and whatever any other teacher puts in their Google Classroom that they're assigned to, if they're signed up for your Google Classroom, it's all going to show in a very nice list under their to-do column, and so they can very easily go and see what is expected of them for that day, turn it in, check it off, and move on. When you make those assignments, though, just make it in a very predictable format. Here are your instructions, here are the links to what you need to do today, and make sure to remind them to press turn in at the end when they're done. I would suggest Screencastify is a great way for you to look at them. They get to see you, and you can show them exactly what they're supposed to do, so they have that power of pause. They have an example of, this is what I'm supposed to do today. I've seen Miss Yonker do it. I can go back and watch her do it again, and then I can go on and complete my own and turn it in Google Classroom. I would highly suggest that as well. There are so many tools out there, and I know you guys, some of you probably feel bogged down, and I hear you and I understand you, but I would encourage you to choose just a handful of powerhouse tools. Right here on my Symbaloo, these are my powerhouse tools: Edpuzzle, Flipgrid, Quizzes, and Padlet. If you need more information about any of these, they are all available for you. I will link this website. This is my SOI teaching website. I wanted to put everything in a nice one-stop shop for you guys. Teacher Tip Tuesday videos can be found here. And then if you need any presentation links, this is an entire folder of all of my presentations. You can go here and steal what you need. And again, Teacher Tip Tuesday is linked here. You can see instructional videos for Flipgrid, for Padlet. Quizzes is one of my big ones. If you need the Symbaloo video on how to set up your Symbaloo, it's right here, guys. I want you to have everything that you need to be successful. If there's anything that you need, please, please, please reach out. Use today to think about what is your hub, where are your students going to automatically go, and then what is your layout going to look like? Are you going to typically have students submitting things in Google Slides? Maybe that's the easiest way to start out. And once they're comfortable and they get that format of the Google Slides, then you can add other things in and start thinking about some of those powerhouse tools that you can use, like Screencastify, to record yourself giving instructions. Maybe Flipgrid to help build those relationships in those early days of school, and just really talk to them, because I know a lot of our students are really heartbroken, and just really build those relationships with your kids. Then, a couple weeks in, when you're ready to start getting some formative data and ready to really dig into the meat of it, you might look at something like Edpuzzle or Quizzes, or using Padlet to get some, feedback and formative assessment that way. Take it one day at a time, one bite at a time. If you need anything, I'm absolutely here for you. Do not hesitate to ask. If there's something that you need specifically, please send me an email and I will make you a Teacher Tip Tuesday and show you exactly how to do it. And if I don't know, I will sure find out. But please, this is going to be okay. We're going to be fine, and our kids are going to absolutely grow and be successful this year. All right, guys.